What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Singlish Podcast. It is your girl Kelsey here, and today I have my boy Chris Millie with me. Your red flags episode, part one, the first installment, did really well, better than I expected it to, actually. Yeah, give yourself some credit. And I said, you know what, we need to just go ahead and do a part two to it. So, thank you for agreeing to do this second installment of the Red Flags episode with me. I greatly appreciate you.
Yeah, man. St. George's Grenada meets Kingston, Jamaica. Of course. Denver meets Atlanta. Let's go.
Definitely. So we just gonna get right into this list. So the last time we talked, the list was already long. And the list kind of grew a little bit more since we've last spoke. So we definitely just gonna jump right into the episode and go through this list. So
Amen.
One of the first things that I have on the list is just partying too much and just flirting around too many guys, being around too many guys. Now, I could see why this is a red flag because outside is just ghetto as hell. And sometimes the women that be outside too much and partying too much kind of have a little bit of those tendencies. So I can see how that could be seen as a red flag.
Whew.
Not the
Man.
side.
Well, all right. So I'm outside, and that's not by choice. It's by hobby turned into business, turned into semi-career.
Right.
You know
But
what I mean?
that's different though, because
Right.
like I say, if you outside to make money, then everything else and any other reason behind it kind of cancel out. But that's different why you outside though. But go ahead.
All right. So back in my younger years, I would be outside, 21 to 20. All right, 21 to 28, let's say. But 21 to 25 was a different outside. It was, you turn 21 in America. That's a rite of passage for American kids, right? So,
Right.
I moved here as a teenager, and all my high school friends, we all turned 21, either the same year or a year apart or a few months apart. So, we outside. So I went outside to go party and have a good time with my friends. I wasn't chasing front and chasing gal and all them things. I was like having fun, like go out and yeah.
All right. So sidebar. Y'all, please forgive Chris, okay? Chris is my
astute Jamaican friend.
There you go. So what Chris means by front, for those who are not aware, is vagina. Pum pum. Coochie. Punani. Right. Whatever term you have for the lady parts in that area. Vajayjay, all of that. That's what he means by front. All right, go ahead, Chris.
Listen, you ever watch Varsity Blues? Penis, vagina. That's what the teacher was saying in the classroom to the kids in sex ed. Let me stop. Anyway,
crazy.
I was outside, yes, but the mission was just have a good time. You know what I mean? I wasn't always a DJ, so I started DJing late when I say late in life, meaning most people who I know as DJs know who are my counterparts. They've been DJing since they were 17, 18, some 14, 15. I started at 25 or 26, you know what I mean? No, maybe like 24, but still. So yeah. But the girls I knew from being outside, because you go outside and you meet people, and being from Jamaica here in Denver at the time, I didn't know very many other Caribbean people. So it was like an anomaly. So people were like, oh yeah, meet my Jamaican friend. It's not like meet my friend Chris. It's like meet my friend from Jamaica. So you become that Jamaican kid, and everybody knew you as a Jamaican kid. So I used to meet girls, and I wasn't really worried about them, but I saw how they move, and I was like, yo, I couldn't really, if I was really interested in you, I see you at the club every Thursday. And if I don't see you at this club, I'm running to you at this club. And I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm good on that. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, and outside also involved like buying a motorcycle at one point in time. So if I wasn't partying on that particular night, we would be out riding. And them girls, I would run into them because they knew the guys that rode with us. So it's like the girls was all like, I see you at the club with this nigga, but you on this other nigga's bike. So like, what's really going on right now?
Right.
So yeah, but them girls, I don't know. Like how I look at it now is being a DJ and seeing and meeting a lot of people, right? I'm probably one of the popular DJs around town. I mean, I'm the only active Caribbean DJ week in, week out in the city, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't play only Caribbean parties. Now I'm doing open format stuff, so people know who I am, right? And I see these young girls from 21 through 25 all the time, you know, and they know me by name, I know them by name, and they follow me on Instagram, and I follow them and whatever. And I see them outside, I'm like, yo, at almost 40, if I had to roll back the clock,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm gonna be 40 in December, right? If I had to roll back the clock, I don't look 40, but I'm about to be 40 in December, right? Roll back that clock and go back to their age group, my head would hurt me. Because, this shit I see going on outside with these girls, I'm like, yo, I couldn't do it.
You know what? Now that you say that, you know, a couple of things to that, right? Those of y'all that know me, they know that I run hookah at probably the hottest restaurant lounge on the east side of Atlanta. Shout out to Grenada, shout out to Matt Culler's crew.
Name after the beach in Grenada. If you don't know, Grenades, that's right.
Grenades. And I agree with you. Like there are a lot of girls that I have, you know, as my regulars, and I'm just like, I know I'm gonna see you in here on, you know, whatever day of the week that I'm working consistently. I know I'm gonna see you here, and I agree with you. Like, you know, if I was a nigga, or you know, if even as a female now, like I see a lot of guys, consistent guys come in there, and I'm just like, y'all don't like y'all bed? Like, do y'all not like to sleep? Like, do y'all really like to be outside partying like this?
This is what I've learned from them being outside. Most times they're trying to fill a void.
Mm-hmm.
2, they think being outside will get them the attention that they really want, and then next thing you know, they're crying. Oh my God, this dude took advantage of what I had to offer. Okay, well, shit, you show him one side outside. That's what you think will happen. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So you know, it's I always knew that I didn't want the girl that was outside. I knew I didn't want the popular girl. I just I knew that from when I was a kid. Like I was like, yo, I'm like, yo, you know. And people used to tell me I'm crazy, but what I've realized now of getting to know myself is trust what you feel in your gut when you're younger, and especially now you're at it. Because I sit down and look back and I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? It's like I had these feelings and people used to tell me I'm wrong. No, I wasn't wrong. And maybe I'm at the point in life where I'm unmarried, a father who co-parents with his daughter's mother.
Mm-hmm.
And that came from the mother being outside, but we were making money. She was a promoter, I was a DJ. So, you know what I mean? So
it worked out for you all, which makes sense.
Yeah, it was a 6-year relationship, right? That brought a child into the world, right? So it's not like today we get together and tomorrow the kid born. The kid was born like 2 years after we met. So it's not like something that's pop off and then 9 months later I'm a pops, right? You know what I mean? There was some time in there. But anyways, it's scary. No, I don't know. I feel sorry for the dudes who really, but you know what though? The dudes who really want to settle down probably aren't looking outside for the girls. You know what I mean?
They're not.
So.
They're not.
I don't think so. I try to advise these girls, you know, if you really want to settle down, this is what guys are looking for. And this is what I'm hearing. It's not like me telling you what I'm feeling, what I'm hearing. So, but then you get told, no, that's not true, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I say?
Yeah, hey, so to that point,
50 and buy a dog and die alone.
Yeah. So to that point, I even said this myself too, you know, hey, if you want to settle down and experience that side of life as far as like with a husband and kids and stuff like that, there's just certain practices that you just should not be doing after a certain age. And partying is definitely one of them. Like you said, a lot of these men, at least to what I have seen myself as well, they're not looking to settle down for the girl that's consistently drinking and smoking and partying and know all the latest hip hop songs or latest rap songs. You know,
well, they can know the latest hip hop and rap songs because they listen to Sirius XM and YouTube and all that. Go
All
ahead.
right, Chris. All right, Chris.
That's fine. But you could be inside listening to all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I hear
But I'm
you.
saying, like, in a consistent club setting, though, I feel like that's different. Now, again, for those of you who follow the podcast and have been listening to the podcast and stuff like that, y'all feel free to tell me and tell us exactly what it is that you think, because everybody has a different opinion as far as, like, the girl or the guy who's consistently partying versus not. So, definitely feel free to drop your thoughts on that. On this part of the list as far as the red flags go.
I wanna address something that you just said.
Mm-hmm.
You see the latest rap songs? So for me, it took me a long time before I played FNF, Fuck Nigga Free. It took me a while. That Glorilla.
FREE.
Yes, it took me. It in the club settings, people would request it. I'm like, no, I'm not playing that shit. No, I am not playing that. But then there came a point in time where I had to buckle under pressure. You know what I mean? I want to get the money in my pocket, so I had to keep. I had to. Yes, I know.
Well,
yes.
see, and to that song, and we're gonna jump down into the rest of the list as well. But that song particularly is very problematic.
Listen, man.
It's problematic, and when you listen to some of these rap songs, it gets you in a whole different mindset. But we're gonna save that for a whole nother episode, because that's more content within itself, just talking about rap music and its effect on people. So we're gonna talk about that another time. But another thing that I wanted to get on the list as well, I'm gonna skip over this one. I'm gonna go back to that one. Doesn't share the same values or lifestyle.
We did talk about that.
We did. Okay. All right.
Yep, we touched on that. We did touch on that. Yep.
I'm
touched on that last episode.
I'm gonna skip that.
This is the one. This is the one I really want to address. I'm gonna.
Okay.
It's right underneath the going out and thing.
All right. Go ahead.
It's the too many men and too much. You see, my thing is, when a girl tell me she has more male friends than female friends,
mm-hmm.
I start looking at you sideways. I'm like, all right, really? Because no, it's not that my brain goes to, oh yeah, how many of these dudes you have friends with benefits opportunities with?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a man. I know if a friend of mine give me the opportunity to bust them cheeks or say they want to get in a relationship, why wouldn't I think twice about it as a man, right? But there's some friends that you wouldn't do that with either. There's some boundaries, but there might be that one friend you're like, oh my God, we're so good together as friends. Why it could never work as a relationship? Why? I know I'm gonna get chewed up about that last statement. Lord God, we can't go back and rewind it.
well, you know what? I'll say this, and I actually talked to someone about this literally just the other day, and I kind of had to say my stance on it too, because they experienced, an ex-girlfriend of theirs that also made the same comment as far as, having too many male friends, or just having, or saying that these are male friends, and also looking at that girl sideways, like, all right, well, how many of these have you fucked in real life? Or how many of these guys wanted to fuck in real life? But to say to the other side of this, and this is actually the point that I made as well, some of these people that I have in my corner as male friends, they actually look out for me specifically,
Fair enough.
They actually hold a special place in my heart as far as, that level of respect that they have for me, and vice versa. To drive that home, you, for example, right? You are one of the people in my community that I talk to and that I get genuine male perspective from. But that's because we understand our relationship.
Facts.
Whereas to someone else on the outside looking in, it could be seen as wrong. Now, I am not saying that there are women who portray that these men are their brothers or friends, but they actually fucking them in real life.
I'm a victim of that. I had that happen to me. I was like, yo, okay, it's my friend. And then push come to shove. It was I was like, I can't stand by that. I am your man and you have still friends with that man who used to juke off. Well, what's gonna stop him while I'm with you from him juking you off while I'm with you?
All right. So again, language translation. Juke off mean fuck. Okay? Juke off mean,
but the soca song say how many jukes up, how many of my jukes you can stomach?
Penis into vagina. That's what that means. But again, that in that sense, that is indeed a big red flag. So I think that we have to be very careful about how we're talking about the male community within a person. Now,
Hmm.
again, I'm gonna always bring it personal because I can only speak for me.
Facts.
I have community that consists of both men and women, both of who are single and married or in relationships. So, again, you have to be very careful, especially when you're going into a relationship. You just have to make sure that you have your significant other understand that boundary and make sure that they do understand that that boundary is set there for a reason. Now,
Yeah.
again, it is a red flag though when there's a woman that expresses she has a lot more male friends than females, and these are males that she's actually fucked in real life or is planning to fuck in real life, and she's trying to.
Planning bomb
I mean,
oh
let's
God.
let you listen,
Let's
Chris.
call a spade a spade. Yes, 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 yes.
Right? You know me.
Yes.
I'm gonna call a spade a spade.
Fair
And
enough.
some of these women out here, and again, I'm not gonna. I love my sisters to death. I love y'all to death. However, I'm not gonna always justify that women can do no wrong because there are some women who are just for bare fuckery. Like, let's be real. There's some women who are out here on bare fuckery.
We're on poetry night right now. I'm snapping, guys. I'm snapping fingers. Look at
Yeah,
this. We're
no,
at
I
poetry
mean,
night.
like seriously, like there's some women who are on bare fuckery. So there are some women who are gonna say one thing and do completely another, and then that kind of messes up and misconstrues it for the rest of us who actually have good intentions behind what we're doing and the moves that we're making.
Right.
It kind of fucks it up for everybody.
You see, so certain things too is when I hear like, oh, me and women can't really get along. I'm like, yo, this shit so abnormal because my mother's still friends with some of her friends that she had since elementary school, high school. When she went into the workforce as a 16-year-old woman that left high school, graduated from high
Hmm.
school in
Hmm.
Jamaica, and them friends are still around now. Like I hear the stories, I see pictures of them as girls, as teenagers. I'm like, and they're still friends. Don't get me wrong, they have their woman beef fuckery. And my mother be like, yo, I'll give you time to calm down. And when you feel like you're ready for talk, call me. Because my mother not going to trace with her friends. She's like, yo, if you don't like what I got to tell you, you know what my number is. You can call me later and we talk about it, or you call me in a month or two or whatever. So
Hmm.
it seems abnormal to be like, yo, I saw my mother had female friends. I'm like, yo, what is this? What is this girl's telling me nowadays? No, does my mother know that there's catty women out there? Of course. And she just cut them off and move about her business. You know what I mean?
That part. But to,
Yeah.
to that to that point, like my mom, she's still friends with this lady who I call my aunt. She's always at our family functions.
Mm-hmm.
They've been friends since college back in the Caribbean, and they're still thick as thieves to this day. They still may not talk every day, but if you give them a chance, they'll definitely have the key conversation like how they was when they was kids. So it is definitely possible to have women friends, and like I said, majority of my friends are women, and I do get along with all of them.
Yeah,
Shout out
man.
to
You have
them, they
a
know who
you have
they
a you
are.
have a strong sister circle. I saw that.
Yeah, and I stand by that,
Yeah.
and my sister circle, again, my sisters know who they are.
I've seen it
um
firsthand, I should say, guys. I've seen it firsthand.
Listen,
I've
I
seen
have
it
a
firsthand.
very strong sister circle. So it is possible to have women as friends, especially, but you just gotta vet them like you do everybody else.
Man, too bad them girls wasn't at Daybreak with us, because they would have had a damn blast.
They would have. They
They would have
sure
had a
would have.
damn blast.
They
Daybreak
would have.
was, oh my God. I'm ready for the next one. But let's
Shout out to
continue.
Dragon and Rockets Unlimited,
Big up.
and Daybreak Jamaica for bringing Daybreak to Atlanta for Atlanta Carnival
Listen,
Weekend. That was definitely vibes.
that, yes. Oh God,
And
yes.
good and good energy.
Hmm.
And sidebar, shout out to the couple that got engaged.
It's funny. I was talking shit to them on Instagram. The girl was like, "I saw the video of you telling us not to do it, telling him not to do it. Wait till your time come." And I was like, "Let me just be quiet right now."
Yeah, shout out to the couple that got engaged at Daybreak though. Real talk, real talk. That definitely
That
gives me
man better
hope
than
that
me. That
true
man
love
better than me.
exists. True
That
love
man better than
definitely
me in front of them
exists.
people you don't know. Oh no.
Quick sidebar. All right, so next on the list, is like to play victim all the time. Um I have mixed emotions about this because I know quite a few people that have played victim all the time. Not in my direct situation, but definitely in situations before. I've known people that play victim all the time. And that to me is definitely a red flag. And I saw your eyes just do a thing there. What was that about? What was that all about?
Yeah, man, the victim thing can't really. Come on, man, get the fuck out of here. Like,
Not get the fuck
listen,
out of here.
listen, man. Like, the victim thing, it's two people in the thing, right? Accept your bullshit. Don't tell me because it's because of you. Why I'm this way and what did you do to get certain reactions? First of all, like you have to take some introspection. No, I can only speak on this because I also had a shift. I'm not saying I played the victim, but I used to be the one that would just be like, well, if you never do this blood clot, you wouldn't get this reaction. Or but then I have to sit back and say, well, what is it that she did that make you react that way? If she does it again, do you have to react that way going forward, or can you sit down and say, hey, I don't appreciate that. Please don't do that. And then if you want to continue to do it, then obviously you don't have no respect for what the hell you're going. And when you blow up, then you're gonna get the, maybe I'm going in a different direction. But yes, there's some woman that, or persons, because the man and woman thing this now, that do that. You know what I mean? That if you never, or you shoulda, or oh my God, man, Jesus Christ, like let's just talk about what the issues and let's go forward. I don't want to hear about you did this, so this is why the fuck I'm this way. What?
Well, I mean, it could be seen as that way too, and I think that's the most common way that people take it as far as like playing the victim. Um, because they never want to hold themselves accountable to the part that they played in everything. They always want to put it on somebody else, And I agree with you. Own up to your shit, because it's not just one-sided as far as who did what. Like there's always, for every action there's a reaction, right?
Right,
For every cause is an effect, how that all that stuff goes.
right,
So I definitely agree with you as far as, definitely owning up to your side of it and not trying to point fingers at someone else just to say, oh, because of this is why this is, and this justifies why I did that and all the other stuff. So
right.
definitely agree with you on that. Um,
Hold on, no. Let me look. Hold on. Let me speak English. Let me look at the list also, because I forgot you have your American friends that listen to this, and they're not all of Caribbean descent and other people. So let me speak English.
so I paused because I'm like, okay, where on the list next do I want to go? Because all of this is actually pretty good. Red flag, another red flag, history of cheating. Um, and I actually do have an episode that I do want to talk about later on down the line
You almost made
as
me
far
nervous.
as
I thought you were
cheating.
gonna say I have a history of cheating. I was like, Kelsey, don't say that for the people in
No.
podcast.
Not me, for the record. No, I do not
I'm
have a
just
history of
I'm just giving you
cheating.
crap. I know you haven't.
Put
We've
it out
talked.
there.
We've spoken
Yeah,
about these things. Yes,
there we go.
yes.
But that is definitely a red flag. I am a fan of the saying you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
And I'm a fan of saying you
And
can't make a whole housewife.
you can make a hoe into a housewife too, but a lot of people, not saying by any means that they cannot change, okay, not saying they can't change, but a lot of people, once you have that history of cheating, it's like almost embedded in your blood. Like it's like something that you can't shake, because it's
Or
like
or
you.
if somebody hears that you were a cheater, it's kind of like they hear like, oh, you have AIDS. It's like, oh, I'm gonna stay far from your ass. Like, I know a hell of an analogy, but I'm just saying, like, some people that's how drastic it is for them. Like, oh, you're a cheater, yeah, but you like the plague. I'm out. Peace.
But can you blame them though? Because again, like I said, for some people they just can't shake it. Like I'm a person that I like to watch like a lot of like divorce court and paternity court and them
We're
kind
not
of
gonna say
shows
nothing to
that.
you about that. I'm not gonna say nothing to you about that.
No, I like to watch that because some of these people really be going through like some legit issues worth divorcing, and then some of these people be going through some shit for pure entertainment. I mean, I would keep shit a stack,
I heard
but
something yesterday. They said Maury now sells at home kit that you could check to see DNA kit like that. I heard Maury
First of
start selling
all,
those. So
first
he
of
start with.
all, first of all, let me just say this, and I'm gonna go back to what I was saying.
Yes.
Maury just trying to keep the revenue coming in because they canceled that
Can you
nigga
blame
show.
the man? Can you blame the man? Can
Because
you
they
blame the
canceled
man?
that nigga show.
Hey, what can I say? I don't blame him.
That's why he doing that. But yeah, I mean, for some,
Girl,
like,
you almost let me spit this water out with that laugh just now.
I watch them kind of shows, and you know, like I said, for some people, they just make it seem like all is well with the world if they cheat, you know. And I'm just like, bro, in what universe are you in for you to think that cheating is a normal thing? Like, that is a big red flag, and I need for some people to really understand that cheating is a big red flag.
Pause. In the Western world.
Where you going with that, Chris?
Remember, some countries out east, it is customary to have more than one wife. So
that is polygamy.
But in those eastern countries, that's the law. You can't tell a man them that's polygamy. I have to say in the Western world.
Okay, fair.
Did you see the lady, the Muslim lady on TikTok and the Instagram reel that was talking about, you know, for husband go out and get her next girl, she's okay with that because it's rah rah rah. I'm gonna find it and send it to you.
Please
but
do.
Their culture. That's their culture. So that's why I said the Western world.
Okay, fair. But
remember, our foreparents probably had enough wife, you know. Remember, the black people is not just unique to the Caribbean. It's a ship drop us off there, you know. Remember, it's a ship drop us. Caribbean people have the black people of the Caribbean in the Caribbean. So, and where the ship come from? Africa. So remember, our foreparents, them probably was practicing polygamy too. So we got to say the Western world.
I'm gonna research that because I genuinely want to know about this whole Western world and for parents type conversation. But anyways, like I said, some people, they cannot shake cheating out of their bones. Like, they just
some man
have
love
to
pum
cheat.
pum. Some man love pum pum.
But does that justify cheating though?
No, it does not. Camila pum pum, but if me have a girl, me not gonna go get other pum pum. Just give me my pum pum when me want pum pum. So there's no reason for me to go cheat.
But again, you were raised on good morals and standards, and you actually have what I like to call a moral compass. Not everyone has a moral compass.
All right. Yes, and I'll tell you a story. And this is not a red flag story.
Your story dropping very early, but
no. This is to the point of what we're talking about right now.
Okay,
it's about the cheating thing. It's not about what the main story like we normally like to do.
All right.
I was talking to a girl. We didn't put a label on it, right? I take a trip to go visit my godbrother in New York, and I can say this confidently because I was booked my own ticket, I worked my own job. And I bought the ticket and go. I was like probably 22, 23 at the time. And I go, and my godbrother have a nice little friend. And we're hanging out the whole night. Things are going nice. And one thing lead to the next. Voila. And guess what? I come home and I'm talking to one of my friends, a good girlfriend of mine. Grew up together. Like, meaning cross the street, grew up together. Like, her grandparents used to babysit us type friend, right? And I told her what happened. And in that conversation, I felt so much like an asshole that I broke down in that conversation because of what I did. And from that day, I don't do that madness again.
As you shouldn't. You should get licks for that. Man. Them should have beat your raw.
Them should have beat your raw. There was no label on it. There was no label. She didn't want to put no label on it. So
label or no label, okay? She was probably in a relationship and you go ahead and go stick your thing in it, and now you made the girl cheat. But anyway, history of cheating.
I know it's girl go cheat.
Whoever. I just think, like I said, history of cheating is a big, big, big red flag. And there's some people who might agree with me on that because, again, for some people, they probably dealt with people that, again, cheated on them, but it's common practice for them because people just make it seem like it's okay. But it's really not. Though.
There's some women who say that cheating is forgivable,
Really?
Yeah,
Tell me where they at. Tell me where they at. Show me where they at.
I'm going to try and find the videos again because, I'm in that space of like, I'm actually breaking away from that space now, because I'm realizing it's getting to be a little bit too much foolishness. But the manosphere space, they used to post some videos of like some women talk like the negatives and the positives, but the negatives would always come out more than the positive. But there's some videos I've seen of girls talking about, yo, cheating for them is forgivable because them understand the male nature and blah 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 blah. But for me though,
Fuckery.
blood clot, hear the girl now, Jesus. All right, so hold on. That's them. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to it.
Me
I
neither.
cannot. I'll tell you why. Because if you go do that to me, my mash up, my done, my crush. Yeah, man, my head gone.
All right. So translation: head gone, meaning that's it.
Yeah, man, I lose it. I wouldn't be the same again. I'd be hurt. Like I probably would bounce back, but it would take me a while to bounce back. You know what I mean?
A layer of trauma has been added if someone cheats to you. Basically, is what you're saying.
Hell yeah. I know myself. So yeah, of course. That's why I don't do it also. My conscience would also kill me.
Again, because you have a moral compass, which is what some people lack around here these days.
Right.
Really and truly. See?
Well, shout out my old man, I remember I was having a conversation with my brother one year at my parents' house. And my parents was like, no, the girl was being an idiot. I'm showing interest. You have me come here your house for dinner. I'm like, cool. When next you gonna hang out? You want to make this a thing where we can just start dating? And she keep beating around the bush, but she wouldn't tell me that she had a next man on the scene, a next guy on the scene, right?
See?
So I was frustrated and I was having a conversation with my brother. I was like, yo, maybe I should have started juggling these girls, man, because they don't seem like they want to have like a good guy, right? This was when I was like probably 26 maybe at the time. My old man sitting at the dining table, it was morning time, probably about mid-morning, eating some breakfast, drinking the tea, taking medication, and that ninja was like, yo, that's not how I raise my boys, and blah, 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 blah. We're not going to do that. And yo, he took me on, man. He was pissed. And I hear my mom just, that big old Caribbean stroops. I was like, damn, mom, what's up? For her, it wasn't that my old man was mad. It was that the conversation should not be had in that moment because she know how the old man was going to get. You know what I mean? So he's like, you could have avoided all of this lecturing right now if you'd have just take the conversation outside. I don't condone the shit, but boys will be boys type shit. We're not going to have this retarded conversation until you guys come to your senses type thing. So yeah, old man was mad. And then I was just like, yeah, you know what? I realized that moment, I realized my old man did his best at raising two sons with some dignity and integrity. And him didn't raise them to be man for womanize. I was always a one woman at a time type thing and all that. So yeah, so from that instance also, that mentality went out of my mind also to try and juggle.
Shout out to Pops, because
what did my brother say at my dad's funeral when he was giving the remembrance? Oh, he said he was cut from a different cloth, and unfortunately that fabric's not sold anymore.
Hello, the fabric is not sold. Like that
shit brought me to tears. That fucked me up at my dad's funeral. I was like,
no, let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade because again, a lot of people and a lot of it now, like you said, it's to a point where people are normalizing cheating, and again, I'm going to talk about this later on in another episode with another friend of mine. But people normalize cheating so much now. It's almost like you said, common practice. So the one time that you do get somebody or you're in a relationship with somebody that don't really care for cheating at all and don't do it, it's like culture shock for that person because it's like, okay, well, they have these out here. These people really do exist. Yes, the fuck we do exist. Shit, yes, the fuck we do. Like, I get so tight with I get so mad.
Yo, what's funny is I think most of your adult friends that you've made in your adult life, if they don't know your history, when you get mad, that New York accent comes out. So they probably don't even know you're from New York. So it's like, I know when you get mad, the New York accent comes out. And you haven't lived in New York since you're a teenager, right? So it's
Yes, like yes,
so
the fuck we do. Like, god damn, yes, the fuck we do exist. Okay, like,
that New York
damn,
accent comes out. I'm weak. I am so weak right now.
damn, yes, the fuck we do. Okay, shit.
Yo,
Okay, I get so upset with
so
that because, like,
it's funny.
what?
It's funny. It's funny. Yeah, it's true. It's funny because you know, and I'm piggybacking off what my brother said at my dad's funeral. It was like one day I was conversing with my mom, and you know, situation with the last girlfriend was really going south. And she's like, just remember something, son. I said, what? I see you try. You tried for the last 3.5 years, and you're really good. And we've seen the changes and improvement that you made. We have to give that girl thanks, because you know we have to tell her thanks because you've changed and you decided to take a stock of yourself. Just remember, you come from the good stock. I said, what? She said, yes. You come from good stock. I said, wait, what's the stock? Say your father. Remember your brother saying that him come from a different cloth and that fabric not sold anymore? You're part of the good stock. When that's the day I've gotten the most empowering statement of my life from my mother, and you couldn't tell me shit after that day. You could never tell me shit. If girls have come and told me shit, I'm like, yo, see you later. I know I'm from the good stock. You can't tell me no fuckery. I'm out. See you
It
later.
don't matter. Like I said, yes, the fuck we do exist. Okay, yes,
like
we
God,
do.
the blood clot.
Yes, we do exist out here in these streets. Okay, we exist. Now, the next thing on the list that I wanted to address too, is not being able to gel well with your friends. And I want to make sure
my friends aren't your friends. You don't have to gel with my friends. Just don't tell me I can't be friends with my friends anymore.
No, but here's why I say
Kelsey, what you like there? What you like, Gon?
That's why I say don't gel well with your friends. Because like, okay, for me, I'm a person that I like to hang out with my friends, and I want for my significant other to also be able to, you know, gel well with my friends too, to a degree. You know, so that's what I mean by when I say don't gel well with your friends being a red flag.
So are you trying to say that in this case you you would I'm laughing at you right now. Anyways, so are you trying to say that if you're in a relationship, you want your boyfriend, and let's make sure we're politically correct here, your boyfriend or your girlfriend, I'm just saying, to gel well with your friends because you want to be able to hang out in a group setting?
Absolutely.
Or
That's
go on
exactly
double
what
dates?
I'm saying.
Okay,
That's
then,
exactly what I'm saying.
But hold on though. There are some friends that we can be respectful to, but we will never gel. And you have to be able to accept that.
Well, okay, and that's fair too, but I'm saying as far as like from a respect standpoint, like I want to be able to, you know, not necessarily just go on double dates, but I want to be able to bring my boyfriend around or whoever I'm talking to at the moment to say, all right, this is my friend circle. You know, I want you to at least, you know, accept my friends for what they are. You don't got to be best of buddies with them, but, you know, not gelling well and just automatically clashing with my friends like that.
So let me tell you this. I'm playing devil's advocate now because
Of course you are. Why would you not?
Because I've never had that experience before. I've gelled with every partner's friends I've had. I've been fortunate. Again, I guess it's how I was raised, you know what I mean? But I'm also a likable person, so I don't know. I was trying not to cross certain boundaries either. But yeah, but you know, I just know that at this day and age of life, as we get older, you know what I mean, we gonna have discernment. I'm gonna know which people gonna get along with which people. Like I could tell you, if I was to say this person, let's say we're talking to, this is the Singlish podcast. So, you know, I could probably say, okay, I know based on how she is, she's not going to gel with this set of people, so I'm not going to bring her around there. But she's going to know I have these friends, and this is what me and these friends do. What if me and these friends just go play football and that's it? Well, just leave me to go to the ball field to play some soccer, and when soccer is done, let me drink some rum and some beer. Don't get too wasted.
Stop.
and I come home. Or, hey, we need you to come pick me up. I'm drink too much beer right now after this football game. Just come pick me up.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I just, even if it's for the sake of double dates or anything, like I'm a person that I just want everybody to be happy in a space. Like that's just what I want.
I
But
feel you.
I obviously know, I know that that is not something that is ideal in any, given setting. So of course everybody's not going to work well with each other, and I mean that's life. I understand that. But, I'm a type of person where I just want everybody to be happy go lucky in the same space. So that's why I made that comment as far as
I
it being a red
understand
flag.
that, but I want you to realize that it's not everybody gonna be happy-go-lucky. Okay?
Well, I mean, I know that now, but I mean, I'm just saying, in the ideal setting, some people are like that. They just want their friends to go well with everybody, or their significant other to be friends with their friends, or
I'll tell you this:
whatever.
I've become friends with females who are married or in a relationship or before they got into a relationship, and I'm good friends with their significant others. Like my Guyanese friend that I always posted her blog or food blog.
Mm.
I was friends with her. I hijacked a Facebook post, and that's how we became friends. And then I got invited for dinner, and then I'm over there talking to them at dinner. And the husband was like, "Yo, you watch football? Yep, this is my team. He's supposed to rival team. I know me and him. Football. We play indoor football together now. We chat on the phone for hours and chat shit about money, all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? We go to the bar together by ourselves and go watch football on a Sunday morning. Yeah, that's my bro. We've been friends for like 5 years now.
See, but that's different though. Y'all are no longer in that relationship, so that's different. I'm talking about while you're in it.
No, okay, but I'm still that, those people are still married. That I was friends with her. Yeah,
Okay,
and I
okay,
became
okay.
friends with the husband. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Just as long as you keep an open mind, that. But but the topic is the red flag of them not gelling with your friends. If out the gate them have a problem and start making trouble from day one, yeah, that's problems. That means you can't really sit back and read the room or just feel shit out before. Then something wrong. Like, yeah.
Bingo, that's what I was saying. So, I'm going to cut this list short because I don't even know. Do you even have a story for me this time? Because I know you gave me your story last time, but do you have another story for me this time?
I might have a story this time. Yes, I have a story this time. What do you mean?
Make it good. Make it good.
Rascal, my stories are always good. My stories are
Make
always
it
good.
good. Make it good.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's story time. Make sure you get your coffee or get your rum, puncher creme. I know it's not Christmas time, but my Trinidad and friends, get your puncher. You know, you might can make it real quick. I don't know. It's summertime, but hey.
Make it good, Chris. Make it
It's
good.
good. So my ass decided, hey, I'm in this Facebook group with some friends that from a neighborhood I grew up in as a kid, and I was like, yeah, see the girl I chat up in the group, and we're all joking and blah blah, and friends things get exchanged, and friend requests get sent, and we build a friendship outside of the group and phone them and talk, and that was before the advent of like video calling upon a cell phone. It was more like BBM and a call and rah rah rah, right?
All right, sidebar, you showing your age, but go
That's
ahead.
fine. That's cool. Remember I said earlier I'm almost 40. I just don't look 40.
Go ahead.
I'm proud to be 40. Shit.
Go ahead.
Listen, so anyways, so build a friendship and we say, all right, we're gonna make this be a thing, Certain things speed up the process as well, but I'll be booking trips. So there was a reunion for the neighborhood. I went. Woman stayed with. She was like a week, had a good time. Then she get sick one time. We book a trip, go link up, was good. And then book another trip, and she ended up moving to Colorado and all that type of shit, right? And then I sent her back, obviously, because the relationship never worked. But leading up to the relationship part, it was her birthday. I had just finished playing at the club here in Colorado. She in Miami. It was her birthday. So I called her, like, yo, I'm sorry, it's your birthday now. It's after midnight. Happy birthday, blah, blah, blah. So, she's driving with her sister in the car and her ex-man in the car. But she and her ex-man catch up now because so him razzing her. He's like, yo, who that your new boyfriend on the phone? Da, 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 da. And she was like, yeah, and blah, blah, blah. And he must have said something slick. And they got into it, right? The relationship done, and this is where I was comfortable at that time. I was like, the relationship done, yeah, you're in the car. This is when I call myself as an idiot because, You could be friends with your ex at that point in time. Nope, I don't believe in that shit no more. Anyways, so I'm like, yo, wanna figure out, I'm the big man now in the situation. I'm like, yo, I'm not here to sit down and listen to you two fools argue. So how about you work on this argument with this man and call me back when you get drop off. So me reach home, no phone call. I go to my bed, wake up, no phone call, no text message. And I said, what the hell really going on? Intuition start kicking. I'm like, yeah, you ain't up at this nigga's yard, So she deny until the pressure bust the pipe. The pressure burst the pipe. She couldn't handle it no more when I kept saying, something don't feel right with this story, Come to find out, the argument kick off, and she was implying that he feels like he has the upper hand in whatever that was going on. So she got to the man yard, right? Like he must say, like he's saying he don't want the front, right? Pum pum. He don't want no pum pum, right? But she's gonna prove to him that she can get the body, right? So she goes there and blow his mind out, blow his mind away. So I said, my girl, me and you building something, man. This is what you choose to go do. But I'm the idiot who's just like, I'll get over it. We'll work through the shit and whatever. I said to her, I said, listen, I'm a man. If you try to make me feel like you can have the upper hand by doing that because I say I don't want none, the man does not go make you look like a fool. Like I kept telling her I don't want to get on the body and she still come on me out and give me the front. Like, what an idiot. She would have looked way bigger as a person who said, all right, this man don't want to take my front, feed him last and go about her business, but she chose not to. That was the red flag. I was like, you know what, man? I'm not supposed to be here. I still stay there. She also had a lot of guy friends and she know a lot of guys in the Miami party scene. I was like, yo, this shit, sit right with me. Again, I'm a DJ, so I already know it go already. At that point in time, I was single and just new to the DJ game in a sense, but I had a regular night going at the club. And yeah. So that's my crazy story. See what I'm saying? Girl argued man on phone, her ex-man, and then next thing hear from her for like the whole day. You're like, yeah, what's really going on? And then your intuition kick in and you press until you press and you get the answer. You're like, I knew it. You could have just told me that from day one because I already knew.
So she is one of them girls that was hanging out with too much man and friending up too much man. So she was definitely that red flag on the list. But
what a way to put it.
I mean, it is what it is. That's right. Basically what I got from the story. I mean, yeah, long story short, I like to make my life and everybody's life simple, but to encompass everything on this list, again, we wouldn't be talking about this if we haven't gone through it. We wouldn't deal with all of this nonsense once before, obviously to not give you any good advice or any good practices that you need to have. So my only piece of advice is
run.
I mean, that too. But if the red flags are consistent, do not start or continue in a relationship if that is to be the case. Why? Because you need to be honest with yourself that if the red flags cannot be yellow or if they can't turn yellow into green, I remember Khalifa mentioned this in another episode. If those red flags cannot change colors at any point, you need to bounce and get the fuck up out of there.
Yeah, big up the girl from Boston, Khalifa. Big up yourself.
Big up my sis Khalifa.
The Trini girl out in Boston. Yes. I need to link her up with my cousin. My cousin lives in Boston.
Definitely, y'all, like I said, word of advice, do not stay or start in a relationship with someone if the red flags cannot change any color. Like if they're going to continue to stay red, do not save yourself the drama and just do not start or continue into a relationship if that is to be the case. Now, Chris, thank you so much for coming back and doing this second installment of the red flags. I'm pretty sure we can continue on more list of red flags, but I appreciate you so much for coming on and doing this episode with me.
I like to give you your nicknames. Kelsey Belsey, thanks for having me, girl. It's a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
So as I say, y'all, always if you're going to just be singlish and own it, and go be great.